This is the melon. Well, it's a cantaloupe. This is the one that I'm going to be trying also on that south side of the yard where I have those two new trellis. So let's go get these in ground. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Country Murray. If you're new, welcome. If you're already a subscriber or a viewer, welcome back. In my last video, I briefly mentioned about this pack of seed that I got from Survival Gardeners. I didn't get a chance to open this pack of seed because it rained basically all day when I was doing that recording. So today, I'm just going to open this pack of seed with you guys and see what we have in it. If there's anything that can be planted now, I'm just going to go through and find some space in the garden and plant those seeds. And I'm also going to take you guys through and show you guys what the garden is looking like now since that last frost, or since I last showed you the garden after the frost. I think it was a week after the frost or two. But I'm just going to open this pack of seed. I'm not sure exactly what is in it. I'm hoping that they have okras in it, but let's see. So let me just tear this thing open. This is not an unpacking video. It's just me sharing with you guys what you get when you buy or you receive a pack of these seeds from Survival Garden. Well, first, this is what appears, cucumbers. And that is always good because I have a fairly long grow season for cucumbers here in Florida. After the spring, it's like a 2 months break, 2 to 3 months break, and then I'll be planting back cucumbers for the fall. So we have a good grow season here in Central Florida. I have some dill here, and these are all heirloom seed. Here we have some eggplant. I can go in with some eggplant now. It is okay to plant eggplant from seed now. It would be best if I had planted these seeds maybe a month ago, or started them maybe a month ago or so, but I'll still go in with these because these can handle the summer heat here in Central Florida. I have some kale here. So 30 packs of seed comes in this large pot that we have here, and I'm just showing you what I'm getting from it. These are some lettuce, more lettuce, and then I think I'm in luck because I got some okras here. The seeds that I saved last year, they're not doing well. I'm getting a few growth in the garden. I'm not sure if the germination rate was good on them, because sometimes we mistake germination. What is germination? Germination is really when that first root comes out of the seed into the soil or whatever medium you're using. So that's really germination. Germination is not the leaf process of that seed or plant. It's the tap root coming out of the seed. And most time our seeds, they do germinate, but it's either the condition is too hot or too cold, or the medium get too dry for too long, and then those seeds die back, or those plants die back. But germination is really the process when that first taproot comes out of the seed. The growth phase, that's just growth. So I'm definitely going to drop some okras in. So let me put these aside. I have some melons here. These are really cantaloupe. I'm going to try a few of these. I'm not sure if I have cantaloupe in ground already, but I still can go with a few. I have enough cucumbers around the yard. I won't be putting any more cucumbers right now. And guys, I'm saying cucumbers. In Jamaica, we say cucumber. So don't get confused if you hear me say cucumber. It's still cucumber. It's just a pronunciation in a different tongue. Here we have some arugula. So it's quite a diverse package you're getting here. Here we have some beet. Just harvested some beets last week or in the last video. And we have broccoli, cabbages, more carrots. Let me go through this thing fast. More carrots and celery. Just giving you guys a brief list of the things that you're getting in this package. Tomatoes, more tomatoes, turnips, watermelons. I have a lot of watermelons in the garden coming up this year, so I won't be going for any watermelon. And here are some wildflower also. I'll have to look into these wildflower, even though they're a non-GMO heirloom set of seed. I'll definitely have to look in them because I don't want to put anything in the garden that is too invasive and then become a weed or a problem within the garden. So if I'm going to be putting wildflower, I'm going to find some other spot in the yard, maybe the front yard, to put these in. So with this 30 pack of seed, I think I'll be going in with maybe about 6 out of them, because a lot of these things, now is not the season to be planting them in Florida, even though it's spring. It's way too warm. I'll have to save these for the fall season. Start them in about mid-August, thereabout, and get them in ground maybe about September, early October. That's how it is here in Florida. But most of these won't do well right now. I'm going to try the ones that can go into ground now, and then I'll give you guys an update on how these seeds from Survival Gardens perform. So what I'm going to do now, before I start planting these seeds with you guys, I'm going to give you guys a quick garden tour just to show you the bounce back or the rebound of this garden, and then we can start going in with seeds in some specific locations. Okay, so let's go. Since we're in this location, let's just start out with the grow bag area. If you go back to 2 or 3 videos ago, you would have seen these cabbages just planted in ground like 2 weeks ago. Look at them, 2 to 3 weeks ago. And this is what they're looking like. To keep the bugs from biting these leaves, I use a rabbit manure in the soil. It helps a bit, but you will still get leaf bite in your veggies. That's just my remedy. That's the way I go about doing it. There are many other ways to keep pests out the garden. We have this big bok choy right here. I think I'm going to harvest this on Friday. Today is Tuesday, and this video is coming out on Saturday. Here we have some green onions, and in this bag, these are onions, red onions. Over on this side of the garden, more cabbages, a lot of lettuce. These are buttercrunch lettuce, and we have them all the way over here. The tomatoes, even though I got hit with the tomatoes are really bouncing back. They're coming along very well. Bell peppers, slow but sure, they're coming in also. But this is what the grow bag area is looking like. Almost every plant is performing well in these bags. But I must say, these cabbages, I have to be pushing them to get them out of this garden before May. So by early May, mid-May, I want to have all these cabbages gone from this garden area. So that's it in full. That's the grow bag area. Night and day difference from 2 to 3 weeks ago. So the tomato cage right here, we have these tomatoes coming up in it. These are the Husky Cherry Red that I got from the stores, and they are coming up quite powerful. This one right here, this is a sucker that I got from one of them, and I just planted it here, and it's coming along great. I think I have a next one down in the corner right here. I put this one in ground on Monday, so it hasn't rooted or anything as yet, but I hope it can make it. Over in this area, I'll be skipping this front bed and then come back to it. I just want to show you guys this bed right here. This is all amaranth taking over. A few lettuce is inside this bed, but it's mostly amaranth. My last video that I did just a few days ago, I was uprooting lettuce from this bed, and you could hardly see these amaranth when I said there were thousands of amaranth in this bed. Now you guys can see exactly what I was talking about. And quickly, these are the pak choys that I planted in these smaller beds where the carrots were. So pak choy and a few lettuce were planted in these beds. And we still have a lot of amaranth coming up. I'll get rid of those because they're just going to overpower these other plants that is in this bed. We have melons here, and we also have some cucumbers in this bed also, just to come up on the trellis here. On this side we have a next set of cucumbers coming up. I want to go ahead and remove all of this amaranth that we have in these beds, because they're just not necessary in these beds. I don't want them growing in these beds. So the amaranth, these are what we call callaloo in Jamaica. I'm going to be getting rid of these and keeping the ones on the other side. If I know of any gardener or any gardener in Central Florida that wants amaranth, feel free to reach out. And if you can pick them up, you're welcome to come and get them. But I'll be getting rid of most of these amaranth within the next 2 weeks. This bed over here, these are the elephant ear garlic. This is one of the beds that I'm going to be planting things in. These elephant ear garlic will be gone very soon, maybe in another month and a half. They should be out of this bed. So I'm going to just be planting things that can come up and hold this bed together once those garlic are out. I think I went ahead and put some okras in this bed. Yes, right down here I have 2 okra plants coming up. Let me just remove the leaves from around the root area so that these plants can get more sunlight to the root. Okras are a warm season plant or warm weather plant, so the root area need to keep warm when these plants are young. I have some Chinese cabbages here. This is my first year planting Chinese cabbage, and they're looking beautiful. I'm not sure of the taste, but I'm going to be trying them, and if they're good, I'll go back with more whenever it's possible. Quickly around this side, these are some mustard which have just overgrown on me. Got too big. I'm going to be removing them, most of them. These down here, they can stay, but I'm going to be removing these larger mustard and giving them to the rabbit and chicken. This area right here is where I had the melons last season. I'm not sure if I'm going in with melon this season right here again. I got a few more cattle panel, and I went ahead and built some more trellis. I think I'll be using up these new trellises or these new trellis for melons. I have more melons coming up right here. That's what, like 4 in this cluster right here. Maybe I'll just remove 2, but I'll allow them to grow and leave the stronger ones. Here again, more melons. They should be coming up on this. And on this side, I have melons and cucumbers. This is that Vigo bed that I put in about a month ago, and here I have some pak choy in it. I'll be going with pak choy. As I said, I'll be forcing some pak choy in this bed even through the summer, but it's going to take a lot of water to run pak choy in a bed like this in the heat of the summer in Florida. These are the seeds that I'll be going in with, some okras. These are some pumpkin. They're called a small sugar. These are some spinach, viroflay spinach. And I also have some California Wonder bell pepper. You know I'm a lover of bell pepper, guys, so I'll be going in with some bell peppers. I have some jalapeno. I'll be going in with these jalapeno also. I'm not sure if I have any jalapeno out there in the garden. Maybe seeds from last year are volunteering now since the soil is warming up, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to deliberate sow these, and if there are any volunteer, I'll just work with them also I have some zucchini, Black Beauty. I've never tried Black Beauty zucchini before. I'll be putting these on one of my trellis. And this is the melon. Well, it's a cantaloupe. This is the one that I'm going to be trying also on that south side of the yard where I have those two new trellis. So let's go get these in ground and water them in. Well, I'm going to be watering them in the evening. It's quite a warm day. I think we're about 89 today. Quite a warm day. I don't want to shock these seeds. So I'm going to put them in the ground now, which is 10:31. So 11 o'clock thereabout they'll be in ground. And maybe by about 6 this evening, I'll go in and start watering these seeds. So I'm definitely going to be starting off with the okras because I'm excited about the okras. I was disappointed with the seeds that I saved from last season, but now I got these. I'm going to be planting them. And I'm just going to be going about 2 to 3 inches deep with the okras. So I'm just using my fingers to make a hole and drop those okras in. And I'm planting these things beside other plants that will be coming out by end of spring or even mid-spring. They'll be coming out of the garden. So once they're out, those warmer weather plant or warmer season plant will start thriving. So I'm just dropping the okras, and I don't want the okras to be too close because these plants can grow really big, and I don't want them to shade out things like the bell peppers and hot peppers, scotch bonnet peppers, other peppers that are going to be in this grow bag area. The okras are in ground, and I'm going to put some spinach over on this side to the back of this bed. But the thing with gardening and seeds, and most gardeners can tell you this, if this pack of spinach seed had just fall out my hand and drop into this garden and I didn't want it here, everything would germinate. But now that I'm planting it, it's not the same. So gardeners will tell you that part of it, that things grow where you don't want them to grow in the garden most of the time. I'm just going to be putting in a small patch of spinach, maybe about 12 seeds. And these seed packs, they really do hold a lot. They really do hold a lot. So the survival to the name makes a lot of sense. So let me just get these spinaches down, and then we can move on to some jalapeno pepper and also some bell peppers, because I'm not sure if I have any jalapeno in the garden this spring as yet. That's a garbage truck, if you guys can hear that sound in the background. So it's collection day today. So that's it for the spinach around there. Let's hope they can take over that back part of this bed and I can plant other things to the front. These are the zucchini seed I'm going in with. I'm going to be clearing away some of these leaves because I have some watermelons right here, and the leaves are giving them a fight. And what is needed now for these watermelon seedling is a lot of sunlight to the root area. Yes, they do need water on a daily basis here in Central Florida once you're not getting any rain, but you need to allow sunlight to hit the root area of these plants. Let me just remove this. Planted it, but I'm not sure what it is, and I'm not seeing any fruit from it. So I don't need a plant in the garden for leaf sake that I can't eat. So zucchini right here. And as I said, I don't have to be labeling these. When these all come up on the trellis, I'll know watermelon different from zucchini. And this right down here, this is all perlite and vermiculite, just to help with water retention. Doesn't make a big difference in the garden to me. won't be wasting my time on that again. If you're a gardener and thinking about putting down perlite or vermiculite in the garden, you can go ahead, but don't expect any big changes or improvement to your garden. Let me just clear out these mustard. Here's where I had all the success with the melons last season, and all these new areas that I'm planting melon, I'm putting them there for the first time. These mustard, they're very spicy. I think these are the Indian mustard, I'm not sure, or the red and green one on the other side. Those are the Indian mustard. I think these are just the regular mustard, but they are quite spicy. So I'm just going to clear some ground space. These that I'm putting here are all vining crop. So whatever else we have here can stay as long as you get that vining crop to start growing and start running up something, start climbing on something, then whatever is on the ground will be good. I'm going to be putting in some of this watermelon here, or this melon. It's not a watermelon, it's just melon, heart of gold. I'll call it a cantaloupe. It's closer to a cantaloupe to me than a watermelon, which they're all melons. Don't think I need any more than 2 roots right here, so I'll be going in with 2 root system there. And then for the zucchini, I'm going to find a spot down here, see if I can put a zucchini. I think I'm just going to get rid of this other mustard right here. We have way more than enough mustard. Rabbits and chicken can have fun with those today. And I won't be leaving these bigger leaves in the garden area because I'm direct sowing these tiny seeds. Well, they're not that tiny, but they're seeds. It's going to be hard for them to get enough sunlight, and they may germinate, but it just might block out the sunlight from them and dampen that growth phase. Went ahead and put some watermelon in my hands, or some melons. Let me just call it cantaloupe for what it is. Went ahead and put some cantaloupe. Now I'm going to try to find a spot for the zucchini since I messed up right there. What you don't want to do, you don't want to get the seeds in the palm of your hands and then you put them back in the package to plant and next season, because that oil from your skin or from your palm, try not to touch the ones that you're not going to be planting right away. Now I'm done putting those seeds in ground. Thanks for coming along with me on this one today. I hope it's a short one whenever I edit this video, but I don't want to keep you guys too long. Just want to share what I'm doing in early spring in this garden to get it up, get out some of this spring crop before the end of spring, and then the summer crop will start coming along right away. So you don't have to always worry yourself about sowing seeds into container. You can direct sow a lot of your seed and they will do well. If you direct sow and you get a cluster with too many seedling in one hole, all you can do, go ahead, remove the weaker ones, or if you want, you can remove that strong one, plant it somewhere else in the garden, and allow those weaker ones in their comfort zone to get stronger, and then you can disperse them as you like. But that is really it. Those seed packages from Survival Garden, I think they are really worth it. One seed package have like maybe 24 seeds in it. I'm talking about like the okras, that's about 24 seeds in it. For the bell peppers, I can do a rough estimate. It's about another 20 to 24 seeds in it. None of the seed packages that I opened today had 6 or 5 or 4 seeds like what I would get some of the time when I go to the store or even order seeds online. So if these seeds do perform well, have a high germination rate, and the plants are quite sturdy, then survival garden will be the choice of seed for me. That's where I'll be going to get my seeds for my next growing season and moving forward. With saying all of that, I just went and picked up one of these packages just to show you guys the amount of information. I hope it's showing on camera. The amount of information that you get on one of this seed package. Unlike most other brands, you'll just get when to plant these seeds and just a few little detail. It's like a booklet on the back of one of these seed packages. If you're confused when planting seeds, go for something with proper instruction. So I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm just telling you guys as is what I'm seeing. So that's going to be it from Country Morrow. God bless you all. See you in the next one. Happy gardening and cheers.